Flux capacity provides highly accurate actual utilization measurements. In this video, we will demonstrate how utilization data is compiled and calculated, and how you can easily measure the performance of your Flux resources and teams through the use of Flux dashboards. We're going to look at a few examples of these measurements for Dan Moore, one of our active Flux resources. To begin, it's important to understand that utilization targets are set individually for each Flux resource. Here, we see Dan Moore has a daily total target of 7 hours. 75% of that is billable, with the remaining 25% non-billable. Dan works a standard 5-day Monday through Friday work week. We also notice that Dan was away on a biking trip for a full day last week. That will have an impact on his actual capacity. With that background, let's dive into the Flux Actual Utilization Dashboard. This dashboard provides measurements of individual and total utilization with breakdowns for billable and non-billable targets. We can filter by Flux team and by a number of out-of-the-box timeframes, which include weekly increments, as well as week-to-date, month-to-date, and quarter-to-date filters. You can easily modify your dashboard to include any custom date filter. Now, back to our Dan Moore example. We see that Dan was hard at work last week, achieving over 99% actual utilization. By drilling into the source report, we can get more insight into those numbers. Dan's 7-hour daily target for a 5-day Monday through Friday work week gives him a total of 35 hours as his target. However, if you remember, Dan had a full day off last week for his bike trip, which is indicated with the 7-hour capacity deduction. This gives Dan a total capacity of 28 hours for last week. His total task rate time logs are rolled up, and we see 27.8 hours have been logged. This gives Dan an actual utilization measurement for last week of 99.29%. Let's look at another example, this time using a week-to-date filter. With today being Thursday, Dan's 7-hour target gives him a total week-to-date target of 28 hours, 7 times 4 days so far this week, including Thursday. We see his actual time logged without any capacity deductions and his resulting actual utilization just shy of 70%. This illustrates Flux Capacity's powerful ability to measure utilization with daily increments to any date range you can imagine.